and welcome to another Imogen McCarty vlog, but even though that's weird because I'm not Imogen McCarty, but still. Yeah, today we're going on like this forest walk, so let's go! So look at these footprints. We were wondering what they are, but I think they might be either deer, maybe?
They call that cloven hoof. Are they going that way or are they coming this way?
Well, it'd be weird if they have toes at the back of them, so presume they're going that way.
It is actually stunning.
I want to go somewhere interesting.
Right, we're going up here.
Someone's been tying their poo bags.
Nice.
It's a trail, actually.
We've seen a lot of bikes so far. They haven't actually come past us yet, but we went to the car park and it was absolutely full of bikes. So we went and parked somewhere else instead. We've spotted something in the distance and we're not sure if it's a little tumble down footbridge or not, but we're going to go and investigate.
I really don't like brambles.
Just have to sort of tread them down. Yeah. Is he stuck in the brambles? So we came off that path there, traversed to the fallen log. I scrambled under that bit there. And it's not a bridge. It is a fallen down bit of tree. Ouch! I haven't really thought this through. That's a nice tree. That's the way we came from. That's the way we're going. Cute little hoof prints. We've come to a road, but we're going to cross over it because there appears to be a continuation of the path just over there, so that's what we're going to go for. Oh, here come some cyclists. Oh, it's a mighty log pile up ahead. I think we might have found the bike trail. Just a sneaking suspicion of mine. Over the mossy stones. What are the bikes going to do? Get up and around. There's been some felling going on up there. There's loads of logs lying down flat. As Izzy would say, snazzy belt. Is that what you'd say?
No.
What would you say about that thing on the tree?
I'd say it looks like he's got into a very bad argument with his gran about the cakes.
And how can you tell that from that band?
It looks like a scarf that gran might have knitted.
What, as punishment?
So tied them up because it's like, no cakes!
Oh, how imaginative.
No, imagine if it's obvious.
Oh, okay. We're trying to decide what's made these marks here. Hang on, that looks like an animal, look.
I know what they are. They're
What?
giant matchsticks. So that's why they get rubbed against the box.
I think it's a grabbing machine that's done it.
It's a snedding machine, I think. Cutting these branches up.
A what?
Snedding machine.
Snedding machine. It's a snedding machine, I am told.
Well, we suspect.
Snotting machine.
Snedding is cutting the small branches off, so I suspect they go through some large rollers, which is what these marks are. Twift rollers, which feed it through and then strip the... I'm guessing, but...
Okay, good guess. Better than mine. It does blow the matchstick theory out the window, mind.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. $52.
That tractor thing's obviously gone right up that hill there. I don't know if you can see on the camera actually. Right up that steep hill. Are you counting more rings? On we go. We're just having a little diversion off the track to see what this is.
I'm quite Let's see if they're rollers or what.
Excuse me.
What if it's a separator? Because there seems to be like a sub chute.
A sub-shoot.
Yeah, so in case like something was rattled and then little loose bits fell down the sub chute.
Oh, like
into
it sort of filtered it.
yeah, like bark or maybe it's debarking machine and they get fed in one end. See with that roller at the bottom and it kind of takes them up and all the crappity crap falls down.
Crappity crap.
I'm just speculating.
Sounds like a show. Crappity crap, crappity crap.
Hang on, look at this.
What?
Well, it says Phoenix Colliery. It's a bit of a dead giveaway.
Oh, it's an ex-mine.
Of some kind, yeah.
Really? Oh.
Well,
I thought this was just for it. Oh, it says danger, Minecraft. No, mine shaft.
Look at that. Look at that.
Minecraft?
Yeah.
Mine shaft.
Danger. Minecraft. Perhaps we'll see an ender dragon. Well, what we have here is a caterpillar track. Judging by the size of it, it must weigh about 15 tons. You don't see those around here very often. And it must be about 10 metres tall. Fantastic thing to see in its natural habitat. We're so lucky to have been so close to one of those rare species.
Well, we've walked for about 4 kilometres now and we've come to the brow of a hill and we've decided, well, we haven't got that much time, so we're going to turn back the way we came and head back to the car, but it'll take us a while. We've got a dirty lens. Hang on. Let's give you a spit wash. Do you feel like your mum just gave you a spit wash? There's some weird... Oh, there it goes again. It's a weird noise that keeps coming. I thought it was Isabel having a strop, but apparently it's some sort of wildlife. It keeps going... like that. I don't know what that was. There's another one. Hey, do that. What's that then, guys? Bernie's just said he thinks it's a mating call. I think I might have pulled. That speck over there is Izzy. She's gone on ahead. I think she's having a happy little song to herself.
Weird people on the dance floor. We're just doing what we came to do, 'cause we're all weird people and we love it. Don't let them other suckers hate on you, 'cause we're all weird people and we're shaking from the basement to the roof. Hashtag story of my life.
That was a nice song. Izzy's starting to get tired legs. She just said she wanted some ancient Egyptians to carry her.
As I was saying, so it's like a plank of wood with handles there. Now look on the floor, look on the floor. So it's like a piece of wood there and then handles on both sides so you can lift it up. And there's a chair in the middle. And then the 4 Egyptians just go, hiya! I wish I was one of those because I want to be sitting on one of them. I'm sitting on the throne in the middle. I'm tired. I always like to go in historic detail, children.
One of those tracks that you think might be deer.
They're boring.
They're not boring. If it was a historical deer, you'd be interested.
But they're modern.
Look. There's one there too. Uh-oh. Mud. Mud, mud, glorious mud. Nothing quite like it for cooling the blood. So follow me, follow, down to the hollow, where we shall wallow in glorious mud.
Don't stick your camera in. This is the better version. Mud, mud, glorious mud. Nothing quite like it apart from a donut.
What?
That's the better version.
I think she made that up.
Yes, I did as it happened, and it's much better.
Who knew this was going to be such a musical and entertaining vlog?
Me!
Did you have an inkling?
Yes. Mud, mud, glorious mud. Nothing quite like it apart from a donut.
We've come back to the fork in the road that we came to quite near the start now. So it won't be long, we'll be back in the car again. And we've got snacks in there from Lidl's. Still on good singing form, you is?
3, 2, 1, 2, 1. I want cake! I want cake! I want cake! With jam in the middle, just like Granny makes it. That's me and Bernie's official song for my band, The Ingredients.
Right, okay.
What about food? Yummy. And that is the end of our forest vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. We're in Dean's Forest, if you did not know that, for your information. So yeah, we had a lot of fun. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Bye! Say goodbye. I was so sad. I felt like I would die. 'Cause I need cake in my life right now. I want cake! I want cake! I want cake! We're jamming in the middle, just like Granny makes it.